welcome once again to the place to be on each and every Sunday night. We're here on Top Split TV. We're bringing you the ongoing race coverage of season 25 of Sunday Night Lights, where tonight we come to you from Road America for round 3, where the Chaotic Ones off on other business tonight. And joining me once again as your host, Alex McKellar, my co-commentator is the doctor himself, Mr. Alex John. AJ, welcome back to the fray. Big night of racing ahead again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Alex. Subbing in for Corey, and looking forward to this one on the mighty draft track Road America.
Yeah, absolutely. The guys are straight into quali tonight because 3 laps around here, a bit over 2.5 minutes a lap, and you are very hard pressed to get around in time. So let's check out our field. Of course, championship leader at the moment, one Julian O'Fray, is back as the one-plated car. Should mention we've got a tick under 4,700 strength of field here tonight, keeping up our average, which is great. Joining the Frenchman is Pablo Espers, 2-plated car. We haven't seen Pablo for a while. Of course, young driver with a lot of pace. Great to see him back. Giuseppe Tellini leading the 2 Italians here tonight as the 3-plated car. Loris Amadio, his compatriot and partner in crime, you might say sometimes on a Sunday night, joining us in 4th. 5th seated car tonight is leading Japanese driver Gail Kawabe. Leading ANZ driver just behind him is Corey Lean. Fraser Smith from UK&I. What a fantastic name, Fraser Smith. I reckon he's got to be Scottish, but that's just a guess. He's starting out as the 7th seated driver. Kike Sanchez, we haven't seen him for a while either, the Iberian driver. He's the 8th seed here tonight. Javier Soto, another name, a blast from the past. He's come back as the 9th seated car. And AJ, rounding out the top 10 seedings is George Maddock, the UK&I driver. I don't think we saw him last week, but he's back for another crack.
Yeah, and I just wanted to give a shout out to Mr. Braden Martin sneaking in car 18, 3,900 IR. You need to sneak in for car 18, Alex.
Yeah, that's a tough order, but he's one of 3 ANZ drivers in here tonight. Another one of the Japanese drivers, Takumi Yamato, he's seated 11th. Anthony Jones, great to see the Team Torpedo driver in the field. He's very quick. Don't let that number on his car fool you. He'll be right up the front and in contention. I have every confidence. 13th seated here tonight, Xavier Sanchez. Very fast Spanish driver indeed, and a Twitch streamer as well. Dimitri Filippidis, becoming somewhat of a regular here on a Sunday night. He's 14th seated. Vasco Sorowski, there he is. One of Australian and New Zealand clubs' leading lights here this season. Joined us somewhat through last season, but really staking his claim for a regular spot in the top split this season. 15th seed here tonight. The final Japanese driver, Hiroshi Ueda, making another tilt here tonight. He's 16th, and Tobias Ritt just ahead of Braden as a 17th plated car here tonight. AJ's the guys look to start getting towards the end of their first hot lap here tonight.
Yeah, that's right, and it's great to see Julian, number 1 car, number 1 driver in the championship. So I'll expect big things from him. A couple of guys, I'm looking through the standings. Alex, Yide, Martin, who we got there, Tellini, he should be right. But there's a couple of those guys that have probably been doing quite well out of the second split as well. They're going to have their work cut out for them tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The ANZ club, of course, will be pinning their hopes on the likes of Lean and Sorowski, both of whom have had a taste of the front pack racing here on a Sunday night. Japanese drivers will be looking to Gail Kawabe, and more recently, Takumi Yamato's had a good turn of speed as well, as he looks to round out his first flying lap. The 11-plated car here tonight. Of course, seedings don't mean too much here because all these guys are quick. And that R there is actually Kike Sanchez, if I'm not mistaken. It's just a quirk of his name as iRacing sees it. Excuse me. And it's actually Fraser Smith who drops to the top of the pops after one flying lap. 34.5, AJ. That's a fair effort on his first lap.
Yeah, first lap, that's pretty good, but it's definitely not going to be enough for pole, I wouldn't imagine, with the second laps coming through. We could potentially see someone sneak into the 33s.
Yeah, look, it is possible. It's only half a second. You can make up half a second on that on that second lap, easy actually, depending, because there's no, it's a great leveler when you've only just got enough time to get through 2 laps. You don't have time to do a lot of tyre warming, so it is a really good equaliser here this week. I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out in quali at least. But of course the racing here, it's going to be typically, if we're lucky, big pack racing and a lot of strategy involved with it, yeah?
Yeah, and it's all about the confidence, isn't it, on the 2 quali laps, getting through the carousel as fast as you can, getting through the kink without having to lift, Canada corner. They're all sort of tricky, high-speed corners here and there. So getting through those on your second lap, it's really just going to be down to whoever's got the most confidence. And I think for the race, all these guys are going to be so close. In theory, you should see a full pack 1 to 18, but anyone that's probably from about P5 back, who are going to be wanting to get the hurry up and try and move their way forward, and that's where we'll see the incidents and the packs get split up, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks surprisingly large gap, if I'm honest. 2.5 tenths from Smith to Espes. Espes, I know, has got a ton of pace, so we'll be interested to see how he can go. If Corey Lean can get his act together in this second lap, I expect him to be inside the top 5. And if he's not, watch the sparks and the fireworks fly. Now I can just give you an insight. Fred Smith has 1x'd his second lap, so he will not be setting a better time than that.
Yep, straight on at Canada corner.
Yeah, that'll do it. Espes now probably the biggest hope, with Papso Frey as well. They're all getting very close to finishing their laps now. As the clock ticks down, you don't get a lot of time. There's no mucking about. Espes crosses the line and does, in fact, go 3 tenths better, as does Tobias Ritt. And Mardio jumps up. O'Fray pips Ritt as he crosses the line. There's a few, in fact, quali's done. So that's it. That's all she wrote. No more chances. All right, let's go check out. Hang on. Let's get rid of all that, please. Hide everything, please, so I can then show the grid. All right, let's get on with it. Season 25, round 3, Road America for Sunday Night Lights. Pablo Espes grabs pole with a 2:34.2. Julian O'Fray joins him on the front row of the grid. Out of second, Tobias Ritt in third. On the second row with him is Fraser Smith, back on the basis of his first lap. Good job. Third row is filled by Team Torpedo's Anthony Jones and ANZ's Corey Lean. Javier Soto from Iberia starts 7th. Vasco Sorowski, great job for the team's clown racer there, starting in 8th. Laura Samadio from Italy in 9th. Braden Martin, top 10 qualifying. Fantastic job for the young Aussie. Takumi Yamato, the first of the Japanese qualifiers, in 11th, followed by his compatriot Gael Kawabe. Going over the page, starting 13th tonight will be Dimitri Filippidis. 14th tonight will be Kike Sanchez, Xavier Sanchez. Common name, I doubt they're related. He's starting from 15th tonight. 16th off the grid will be Hiroshi Ueda. Giuseppe Tellini out of 17th, and George Maddock from UK&I starting all the way down in 18th, AJ.
Yeah, great job, hey, from Smith to hang on to P4 on the grid with that first lap effort. It was a fly. It would have been interesting to see what he could have done if he had got that second lap in.
Yeah, absolutely. As we take a good little vision here, we wait for Fred, our flag marshal, who's got the green flag in his hand there. He's ready to wave it. Not too long to go as the green lights are ready. The drivers are ready. Fred's ready. Red lights mean rev. And the green lights mean go, as Fred the flag marshal furiously waves his green flag and sends them all down to turn 1. AJ, let the fun begin.
Yeah, one massive centipede of cars going down there. They've nearly managed to get into a single file into turn 1, but as you see, there's so much draft. There's a couple of guys get a little close there, but there's so much draft that you can make a move potentially into turn 1 on the first lap.
Yeah, absolutely. On the run down to turn 3 now. You really don't want to compromise too much here, as we see 2x2. Jones and Smith, I think it is, who go 2x2. You don't want to compromise that corner because it is before one of the very long straights here and into probably the best passing opportunity we're going to see all night here down into turn 5. But the field manages to survive very well, where so many have failed in earlier races this week. The front three getting themselves sorted quite well. 3 wide behind them. They've squeezed through beautifully. Jones coming off the worst with it, perhaps losing a position or two, but surviving to fight another day as they come up now through turn 6. Still 2 by 2 they go, trying to get themselves sorted. So many of these guys really think that they can put their stamp on this race at some point, trying to move their way forward, AJ.
Oh, that was super aggressive from Lean, wasn't it? Down into turn 5. He had a bit of a look. His door got shut on him, but then it opened up again, and he just went for it, and got him a place. And I think, luckily, they're still all just in draft, so it hasn't cost the pack or anyone the draft in the pack. There's still one big train.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah, they're all exactly 1 down to 18, all one big draft pack, if you don't mind. As they come through the kink, the second point of excitement here. How many are going to lose the rear? Oh, we got one up the front there who nearly went. Was it Fraser Smith? Lost the rear nearly. It's very sketchy there on your own, let alone in draft on the opening lap. The rear of the car just wants to depart company with the rest of it. But everyone seems to have managed to get through there way down to Canada Corner. But no longer do we have an entire field in one pack. It's 2 by 2 they're going, fighting over the scraps down in about 13th and 14th by the looks. Oh, these boys are out of the race, but they're going to have some fun for the remaining 9, if nothing else, by the looks of it, AJ.
Yeah, and the big mover for me, Lean, he gains another spot as that was Smith going wide through the kink. So good move from him there.
Yeah, absolutely. As we come up to cross the start-finish line for the first time, we see O'Fray and Espes side by side. It's an interesting toss of the coin. He was such a big pack as we see 3 wide now. Lean, the aggressor, looking to put his stamp and get to the front of this pack. Some feeling that it's better and safer to be at the front than behind us. Following him through is Fraser Smith, if you don't mind, recovering and following Lean through. He must have made 3 positions there.
Well, is this what we expect to see the whole night? Usually the smart skippy drivers are just happy to sit, but really, with the amount of draft on this track, attack is the best form of defense.
100%. Now the thing is here, because it is such a big pack, I reckon any more than 4 or 5 in a pack, and everyone wants to be near the front, they don't want to be near the back for fear of one person making a mistake somewhere in the midfield and suddenly you're gone. It happened at the back. We had one long string of skippies as we go down into the braking zone at turn 5 again. 2 and almost 3 wide. This front pack coming through, navigating it successfully. And this, folks, is why you see the best driver here on a Sunday night. Every other race this week, there would have been 2 or 3 cars dead by now in this front pack, but these guys just making it work, AJ.
Yeah, and that is bringing Sanchez, Soto, Swarovski and Martin back into it. They're just still off this pack. They were so close there. Potentially, though, if these guys keep driving the way they're driving, we are... Ooh, as we had a bit of a moment there from... Who was that? Sanchez. Nearly running into the back of Martin, but yeah, if they keep doing this, then there's every good chance that we're going to have a nice big pack here again. Yeah,
that's right. Look at Braden Martin now sitting just outside the top 10 on the back of Swarovski. The ANZ guys fighting over the scraps with the leading ANZ driver, of course, Corey Lean, is up the front. And look at this. He and Fred Smith, they have got 0.7 of a second gap. Now, depending on what Espes wants to do, and we know the Spaniard is quite aggressive, will he sit behind O'Fray, or will, in fact, Fred Smith sit behind Lean? No, he won't. And that, oh, Smith's gone to Canada, he's gone. I'm trying to grab him as he tumbles down the order. He's recovered. But there goes that lead that they had, and lead's now going to be swallowed up. That's how to throw away a potential victory there. But Fred Smith, I'm sure he'll learn from that. But he won't be learning from the podium here tonight, I don't think, as Lean now half a second ahead of O'Fray as Espes and Amadio look to hunt him down.
Yeah, Smith all the way to the back of that huge train now, and it's how easy it is to make a mistake. It was just the tiniest touch of the grass into the braking zone, and that was all it took.
Yeah, it is absolutely crucial. This build of the Skippy, it sees the rear outside tyre very sketchy under braking, as we see Jones now looking to make it 3 wide into turn 1 with O'Fray, who backs out of it alongside Amadio, and it is Jones looking to be the enforcer here in the opening sector of lap 3, I should say. Comes into turn 3 this time, hoping above all else not to have lost the draft and gaining those 2 positions there, AJ.
Yeah, look, I'm just having a little look at Frey's car. He looks like he's okay, but there was just a little bit of a wiggle going through turn one. I'm not sure if there was a little bit of net code between him and the other driver.
Yeah, it looked like he had a bit of a touch through the hurry downs in a turn 8 last lap as well from behind that unsettled him into the braking zone. 2x2 Jones looking to retain one of those 2 positions that he gained and still hang on. Frey looking to follow him and leave Amadio out to dry if he can. I tell you, these guys are racing hard. They really run the risk of the front 2 getting away, squabbling over the positions like this. And worse still, Javier Soto, who's leading this chasing pack of drivers, getting back onto them, because this chasing pack now is out to 1.5 seconds and growing. It is a front pack of 5. This is about where if you've got 5 cars, 6 cars, maybe you might settle. Certainly a pack of 2 or 3, the guys will settle in for a comfortable ride. But 6 is starting to get to the point where you still want to be battling to move forward. It's all a battle between the ears as much as it is on the tarmac.
Yeah, and look, Shirovsky had a move there into turn 5, looking to move that secondary pack along, get back onto the front group, but he made a mistake. He got a little bit sideways, and I think that's put the nail in the coffin for the second pack, Alex.
Yeah, Fred Smith's just gone off the track again. Oh, I just heard a big crunch. Was that Jones?
Yeah, that's Lean out. Lean's out.
Lean's gone. Jones just dropping. Let's go see what happened here. I'm going to say it's about here. Let's see what happens here. Hang on.
The back kink, Alex.
Along the straight. Oh, I tell you, and Lean and Jones have come together and they've both gone into the wall. Let's go have another quick look at this. I just want to see. Yeah, bit of a net code. Look, they're racing close. They're different continents, different places on the planet. A little bit of movement's all it takes, AJ, and that's Jones out, and I don't know if Lean's continuing. Where's he dropped to? Not sure, but out in front now it's Pablo Espes. He and Amadio have got away with O'Fray now trying to pick up the pieces with Ritt behind him. Soto and Sanchez are in the midst of an absolute battle royale. 2x2 through turn 3. Are they going to do it? Yes, they are. Or they're going to try this pack of 7. That's how you do it, folks. That's massive. They're going to go 2x2 all the way up this big back straight.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we expected to happen. Ooh, as we see in that third pack, that was Zorowski just getting off into the grass, but now they're going 3 wide down into turn 5 in the secondary pack. It's getting very messy here. These guys are racing for P5 effectively now. I don't think there's... Oh, we're going 4 wide. Then there's contact. Yeah, very messy, Alex.
These guys are racing for sheep stations, all based around, what's that, 5th place. Holy dooly. The elbows are out well and truly. What is the early stage? We're still only three and a half laps in, AJ. What are they going to do when the white flag comes out?
Yeah, that's right, and that's what we sort of expected to happen, wasn't it? We have that one massive big draft pack, and until we start seeing mistakes, and that's exactly what's happened now. We've broken up the pack. We've got 3 definite groups, but this third group, I just don't know where to look. They look like they've settled down now, and if they're smart, they'll just hold station and gather their breath for a lap or 2.
Maybe. As you still see him running very wide through the kick. Meanwhile, Espes currently holds the fastest lap as he gets very loose into the braking zone. I don't know if he had some help from Amadio there, but it certainly looked like it. The rear of the Spaniard's car going all sorts of hippy shaking. You got O'Fray and Ritt now. They're really in an island now. 2 seconds in front and about nearly 4 seconds behind. It is about 4 seconds behind to this massive pack of 7. It's still only 7. It looks like the rest of the field, if I'm honest. As they now, what are they going to do up this front straight, AJ? What's your money on this time?
Oh, I wouldn't like to think. It was only in the race before, the warm-up race, that we saw contact 3 wide on the main straight on about the second lap. Oh, as they get close, we're going to have Smith make it 4 wide. He's going to go for it. Yeah, I think I'm with Smith here. If I was in this pack, I think I'd rather be at the front and out of the danger zone.
Oh, Martin has a look up the inside of Matic that time round, gets the job done. He braked very late there and gets a good run out, surprisingly, given how late he braked there. Comes down to turn 3, he's now sitting at about 4th in this pack, led by Kike Sanchez. And Xavier, led by Fraser Smith with Kike Sanchez behind him, and Xavier Sanchez tucked in behind him with Martin now, the leading ANZ driver, sitting in 8th. As they are coming down again into the primary passing opportunity on this track, and they're going to do it 2x2. Are they going to do it 3x3? No, just the 2x2 this time. I tell you, this is not the fastest way around, but it's certainly giving us something to watch.
Yamato getting it all sorts of sideways there, nearly into the back of Martin. And I have to tell you, I'm so nervous for this pack. There's just no time for any of these guys to relax.
You'd think they were racing for the win, not for sort of 5th and 6th place, honestly. But there's a fair bit on the line here, because at the front of this pack, you keep your eye rating, you get some good points. At the back of the pack, you're nobody, right? So these guys are all racing for sheep stations so early on. We're not even halfway.
Yeah, and it's costing them time to the pack ahead. They know that P5 is their P1 for them right now, and it looks like from lap 5, not even halfway, they're prepared to go toe to toe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just for those at home, the way Sanchez has got his name set up, it only shows up as R in the overlays. But if you are watching at home, that's Kike Sanchez currently sitting in 6th, car number 8. Just a little quirk of the system as they go 2x2 into Canada corner once again. Another good overtaking opportunity that everyone seems to want to take advantage of. We'll check in on our leaders. Espes and Amadio lapping in about the 34.5s. So they got good pace here. Tobias Ritno Frey similarly, so they're not bridging that gap. In fact, they've gone down about half a second since we last checked in on them. And then we've got the Monster Pack racing for the scraps. These guys racing for P5 in the biggest strength of field of the week, tick under 4,700. So there is still plenty to play for these guys. As the 3 wide into turn 1's going to show once. If you don't mind, 3 layers of 3 wide, 2 layers of 3 wide. Oh, into the rear. He's set them. See you later, boys. That was Smith into the rear of, I think, let's go check it out. It was Smith into the rear, that's for sure. Let me go find the replay. Let's see what we can do here.
Yeah, definitely one, if not both of the Sanchez's out in turn 1.
Yeah, Kike and Xavier, by the looks. Yeah, it was both Sanchez boys out.
Oh.
The 8 and the 13 just got rear-ended by Fraser Smith and... yeah, what do they call that in, you don't call it getting hooked, something, I can't remember the term for it, but he certainly turned them into the wall on the outside. That was, won't get any Christmas cards from the Sanchez boys, I wouldn't think, but they're still going 2x2. They haven't been put off by any of that. Fred Smith leading Soto, this pack's starting to dwindle, but the sheep stations are still on for P5.
Yeah, you'd think that the front wing on the Skippy was a bull bar at the rate that these guys are going. But, I'm keeping my eye on Tellini. He's got a good turn of speed. We know he did quite well in the previous races, and he's getting quite aggressive there, rubbing wheels with Yamato down the secondary straight on this lap. So I'd be interested to see if he can do something and make his way up to the front of this pack as the laps go down.
Yeah, well, he qualified poorly then in 17th. He's on the back of this secondary pack, or this tertiary pack, if you count the front two. And he's up 5 spots, so he's doing well. The biggest mover in the field is actually George Maddock, who is also in this pack. He's sitting too deep in this tertiary pack here, racing for 5th, but he's up 11 spots. So, that's the sort of stuff, you got to get the elbows out. The guys are racing hard, but to move forward in the field like this, perhaps that's just what you got to do. Yeah,
that's right. They're really leaving no room for error, though. So that's why we're seeing so many little contacts, even on the main straights. It's surprising to see so much contact, but we'll see what they do again here. Everyone getting a fairly decent run, a little bit of a slide from Matic there. That'll put him under threat from Martin. But, you know, even Martin, P4, he could find himself leading this pack going into turn 1 at the end of this straight.
Very easily. He looks to move out and box in Maddock if he can. Looks like Swarovski's going to try and follow him. In fact, make it 3 wide if you don't mind again. Come on, the ANZ boys have got to work together. Not battle this hard. 3 wide. Is Martin going to back out yet? Discretion, the better part of valor. Swarovski makes his way through, tucks in behind Maddock, and Smith manages to hang on to the front of that pack. Incredible. Martin takes the defensive line into turn 3 this time round. Yeah, look, the cards are really shuffling. They're checking back in on our leaders. They've actually dropped about 4/10 to the guys behind. Ritt and O'Fray really starting to put a dent and almost visibly into that lead as Espes jumps back on the front and Amadio tucks in behind him. Ritt and O'Fray working hard to try and bridge the gap. Now these guys in this tertiary pack, 2x2 into turn 5. Oh, he's missed his mark. He's taken out to... Oh, someone's been disqualified. That's it. He's gone.
I'm pretty sure that was Martin, and not too surprising. No, Martin's still going, sorry.
I think it was Fraser Smith.
That's right, yeah.
Let's go check out this again. I'm pretty sure it's Maddock just missing it. Look how far back he is into the braking zone, honestly. And he's missed it by an absolute country mile. Look at this. I don't think he started braking till the 1 board. He usually brakes somewhere between the 2 and the 1, closer to the 2 than not. Oh, and he's managed a 2 for 1, Fred Smith and Javier Soto, and they're both gone. And then Fred Smith's done for the night, if you don't mind, on incident points. Another doink this week. So, yeah, look, like another one not getting many Christmas cards. And Sans tail is Javier Soto. Although it was... oh, who was it that missed it? It was Maddock, wasn't it? They missed the braking mark. Anyway, we'll check back up the front. Mario leading around this time, and it's under 2 seconds.
It's very close now, Alex.
It's
very
1.5. O'Fray and Ritt pulling out the hard yards to make this a battle up front. They are gaining. In fact, they were close to a second faster last lap. O'Fray with a 33.3, having set the fastest lap. Fantastic chasing from these two. I did not think it could be done, but they are on an absolute charge as we check in, and there we go. They're going to jump. Tobias Ritt, don't let the 17 fool you. He's racing well with O'Fray, and they are doing everything they can to catch the 2 in front of Amadio and Espes. Meanwhile, Vasco Swarovski's taken full advantage and sitting at the head of what is now just a pack of 4. It was a pack of 7 or 8. It's now a pack of 4 battling for 5th, AJ.
Yeah, and I was just watching there while you're up front. Martin had a big moment going into not Canada corner. No, it is Canada corner. He just completely outbraked himself and ended up in the wall. So it's done and dusted for Martin.
Oh, let me go check, see if I can't find that one. Oh, yeah, look at that. He's just santed on Swarovski. Missed his braking marker. Didn't play 10-pin bowling. Like somebody else in the field, Maddock, I think it was, but just put it in the wall, and that's yeah, that's all she wrote. He was on for a good finish too. Unlucky there for Braden, and he'll make his way back for a fast repair and see what he can make if he's not. Oh, now here we go. Front pack is now almost 1, if you can believe it. They're just outside of draft range, just shy of a second, just over a second, I should say, and now they're under it. They are dead set in draft range. I don't know why they're swapping through the hurry downs, the front 2. That is not the fastest way around here, and it's showing because Julian O'Fray, now sitting in 3rd position with Tobias Ritt on his tail, is about to join these guys and make it a battle for 4 for the win. That's what we're looking for with about 2.5 to go.
Yeah, I really don't know what Espes and Amadio there were doing in the hurry downs, because maybe if they were out clear on their own, you know, that car coming through with a little bit more speed, maybe a little bit quicker, but all it did was put Amadio straight into the range of O'Fray behind, and it's absolutely given them the draft now. And you can see this is a full-on pack of 4.
Yeah, well, the leapfrog's just not what it used to be in skips. It just isn't, and it's cost these guys the opportunity to run away. You know, and the guys behind are quick, don't get me wrong, but Espes is as quick as any. He put her on pole here tonight, and he is as fast as any of them. But Yeah, look, that's the way it goes sometimes. The guys, and the other thing to consider is sometimes the guy in second behind is right in the draft thinking, well, I'm quicker than this bloke and I want to lead it. And I'm sure if I do it, we'll get away and we'll hold our gap and all the rest of it. Not this time round. If they're both thinking it, they've been swapping too frequently, it just costs them time. They had, what was it, a 2.5, 3 second lead? And now they're going to go, nearly 3 wide into turn 1. The tertiary battle has now shifted to the primary battle for the race win, and it's all on again.
Yeah, and how do you like that? As Afraid gets very close through turn 1, but Afraid with a 32.9 on that lap. A good 7/10 quicker than the front two, so that just shows what the draft can do and what the great work of Frey and Ritt, working together smartly has been able to do and bridge that gap.
Yeah, 100%. They've done a fantastic job here, and there's no prizes for no points for fastest lap here on a Sunday night, but he's done fantastically well with the 32.9 as once again Espes and Amadio now under a little bit more pressure, go side by side into turn 5 here. Turn 5 here. That's, they haven't learned their lesson. It's not the fastest way around. O'Fray now looking to get right in amongst it. Shows the nose, nowhere to go. Tucks in behind. They've got a little bit of time now. Two laps remaining, and it's all on here. Let's check in on our tertiary. What's our secondary pack now? Battle for 5th. Swarovski ahead of Yamato, Tolini and Kawabe. Once again, patiently biding his time, looking to pick up the pieces and potentially grab a top 5. Just behind them, we've got Filipides and Ueda, I should say. And then the lonely Javier Soto out the back. Now it's all happening through the carousel. We love an American track. They've always got a carousel, of course, and 2x2. You don't see that terribly often. O'Fray getting a little bit impatient now that he's here. I shouldn't say impatient. He's only got a lap and a bit to go. Side by side through the kink. Two of the best making it work, O'Fray and Amadio. They've got it done, and all the while Espes is licking his lips thinking he might be away here, but no, sir. He's sharing his draft between the side-by-side French and Italian drivers behind. Very deep on the brakes. He just left enough room for O'Fray on the inside. He's going to battle him up the hill this time. I think it was the last lap how hard they're fighting for P2. All thinking about where they want to position themselves for the run in this final lap.
Yeah, look, Frey and Amadi are doing everything they can to give Espes the win, but of course the draft on this track, Espes is not going to get away. I'd say Frey is probably in a good position here. I would have wanted to be about third position coming over the line for the final time. He's got enough drafting zones. He'd be able to work his way up to P1, and look at them reeling in Espes now.
Combination of side draft and front draft there. O'Fray. Yeah, look, my view is I want to be in front here. You're kidding me. Straight into the rear. Amadio into O'Fray. You've got to be kidding me. 3 wide behind. Swarovski holding off. No, Tolini goes through. Kawabe side by side. They've caught the trailing Amadio, who's been dropped now. These 4 absolutely, but I cannot believe the quality of the drivers in here doing that sort of silly stuff on the front straight of the final. I suppose it's the final lap, but jeepers, that's crazy stuff, AJ.
Yeah, absolutely, and we got Ritt just sitting in behind Espes, so I think Ritt is showing his card. He wants to be in P2 going through the last turn. I'd say try and get that draft up the main straight across the line.
Yeah, look at O'Fray crabbing his... look behind him. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Down like 10 pins they go. That's Swarovski's race over. He will not be happy with that. We'll follow the action. Yamato and Kawabe, the Japanese drivers, patience of saints. They've come through for 4th and 5th. Unbelievable. Giuseppe Tolini and Amadio. The Amadio, the destroyer. He's sitting there, back there in 7th. What's going on with our front two as they come through the carousel for the last time? White flag is out. Tighter line there for Ritt. O'Fray, still, that's how slow they're going behind. Look at him. It is dead set crabbing and he's staying in front of them. Yamato and Kawabe is leading that next pack. I don't know how he's doing it. Honestly, it looks like his car is dead set crabbing on the straight, and he's still staying in. Look at that, it didn't turn into the car, it kind of shuffled sideways in. All right, what's Tobias? There you go, Tobias goes up the inside, Rick gets Espers at Canada corner. What's going to go in this secondary pack here? O'Fray, the crab, he's going to hold off a Yamato, is he? No, how's he turning that thing? Side by side behind is Tellini and Kawabe. Now Tobias Ritt leads out of the final corner. How close is Espers? Oh, Espers gets the yips on the exit. There's no way he's going to catch him. Surely it's Ritt's to lose. Ritt's going to cross the line and take out his maiden victory in Sunday Night Lights here at Road America. Gets it done from Espers. Fantastic drive. Now this trailing pack, the sideways crabbing. O'Fray, surely he can't get that thing across the line. Oh, he's come across on Kawabe. Kawabe will still get him, will he? Oh, it's Yamato. After Tellini from Yamato, O'Fray gets Kawabe at the end. I can't believe he brought that home. Look at it. It won't drive straight, AJ. I can't believe it.
No, great job by Tellini, hey, to get up to third place. And I have to say, Yamato throwing away a podium way out in the grass in the last corner with a very big gap between him and the following pack.
Unbelievable. Like, I can't believe O'Fray. Oh, he's George Maddock. He's coming up to finish his race down in 13th. Aren't there some stories to tell out of this one, honestly? I thought last week was crazy with the pair of disqualifications. We've had another one here tonight from Fraser Smith. Martin dropped himself in the dirt into Canada corner as he crosses the line in 15th. QK Sanchez, our final race. I can't believe that, AJ. 2 weeks in a row, we've just had some crazy scenes here on a Sunday night.
Yeah, like if the warm-up race was anything to go by, we should have expected craziness in this race as well. But no, that really delivered. You know, there was a lot of crazy in the warm-up that I watched. I did not think that it was possible for it to happen 2 races in a row, but my word.
That was something. All right, let's check out our race results here. For Sunday Night Lights, Season 25, Round 3 from Road America. I tell you, I expected good racing here tonight. I did not expect the level of excitement that we saw. Tobias Ritt taking out his maiden win here on a Sunday night. Congratulations to Tobias, finishing first, just ahead of the hard-charging Spaniard Pablo Espers, the young driver, driving fantastically well. Just a couple of minor mistakes at the end cost him the win. Giuseppe Tellini drove through the field, started 17th. Finished third here tonight. What a fantastic drive, the likes of which we've only ever seen from a couple of drivers. The likes of Tim Hendrickson, I think, did that once, and of course Benny Simonson's drive at Mosport, similarly from top to sort of tail to top. Fantastic drive from Tellini there. Takumi Yamato, the leading Japanese driver here tonight, inside the top 5 in 4th. Julian O'Fray drove that car home and got it home in 5th. Salvaged a top 5 finish. Well done to him. Gail Kawabe, the second Japanese driver there in 6th. Dimitri Filippidis. We didn't kind of call his name all night, but he's finished with a good result in 7th. Hiroshi Ueda, similarly. He was up 8 positions to be the second biggest mover in the field. Fantastic drive. I think it's only his second or third outing here on a Sunday night. Congratulations to the Japanese driver. Laura Samario down there in 9th. Javier Soto in 10th. Vasco Sorowski for Team Clowns. I can see him waiting for a chat after the race. I'm sure he'll have a bit of steam between the ears down there in 11th. Corey Lean, an unfortunate incident on the straight there. A bit of net code, bit of sideways movement, I think. Misjudgment saw him manage to salvage some points, though, in P12 here tonight. Xavier Sanchez from Iberia in 13th. George Maddock, another one who missed his braking marker, unfortunately, down in 14th. Similarly for Braden Martin, although somewhat less catastrophic for other drivers, was Martin's down in 15th. Kike Sanchez, the Iberian, down in 16th. Fraser Smith, the 10-pin bowler himself. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Maddock, actually. But Fraser took out a couple of the Sanchez boys before being DQ'd. And poor old Team Torpedoes, Anthony Jones, retired tonight. Some 8 laps down as well after that unfortunate coming together with Lean from memory. AJ, that was kind of something, right?
Yeah, look, not too often you see guys get DQ'd. Is that 2 weeks in a row, Alex, that we've had DQs? But Smith definitely had plenty of contact leading up to that innocent accident of his own at turn 5, which got him DQ'd. But yeah, you have to say that there was plenty of rubbing right throughout, and I just having raced leagues around here. I just can't believe the amount of craziness.
There were a lot of people wanting to be in front of a lot of other people, and somehow not always quite getting it right. So let's grab them in finishing order tonight. First off, we'll grab Mr. Julian O'Fray. Julian, I cannot believe you brought that car home. It was crabbing sideways, left ways, and right ways, and yet you still managed to get it home and finish 5th, mate. How was the racing out there tonight?
Oh my God, don't talk me about this car. It was so broken. Oh la la, it was undrivable. I checked the replay at the moment, and the car is totally. I have no word.
Mate, I don't blame you. That was absolutely crazy stuff. I mean, there were incidents Can I just say congratulations to you, and I think it was who was it that came with you? Tobias Ritt. Fantastic job in chasing down that front pack. I didn't think it was possible, but you did a great job on there. How easy or difficult was it to chase them down?
Yeah. The chasing was really difficult. I think Tobias don't understand what I want to do in each straight line. I just go into the middle to let him pass on the best line for max speed for him, and he just don't pass. And I want to go. I want to let him pass at certain point to maximize my speed in comparison to him at a certain other point, and we just don't understand each other, I think. And if in front they didn't battle or mistake. Sometimes I think we just can't catch them.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. But well done. That was a fantastic effort. Just an incident at the end robbing you a chance at the victory. But, mate, tough to bring that thing home. You did fantastically well to get it home in 5th. So congratulations on that. Before we let you go, is there anyone you'd like to say hello or thank or give a shout out to?
Well, I want to apologize for the very end. Just before the straight line, I touched Guy Kawawe. I had no more right mirror after my crash, and he was just in my dead angle. It's a good word in English, dead
Yeah,
angle.
blind spot. Yeah, just in the blind spot.
Yeah, okay, blind spot. And I just don't see him. No clue he was here, and I touch him. I don't like that.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, I'm sure he will appreciate that. But thank you very much for joining us once again, both on track and for a conversation afterwards. We really do appreciate it, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you. See you next week.
There you go, AJ. That was Julian O'Fray joining us once again. I still can't believe he brought it home. And who knew? I didn't know the mirrors fell off.
No, I don't think I've ever had that happen either. But really, drive of the night to Julian. First to bridge the gap, and then to bring that wreck of a Skippy home.
That was incredible. Anyway, let's see who else we've got. There we go, Mr. Vasco Sorowski. Vasco, mate, what could have been? I can't believe, mate. Was it like, I don't know, trench warfare or something out there, mate?
Hello, guys. It was on for young and old all through that one, mate. That was chaos, cars everywhere, boxed in, watching half the field go by, coming back. And then, man, I wish I had a happy story to tell you, but I don't know if it was, I thought I left Giuseppe heaps of room, and on my monitor he was a fair way away, and then it was sideways. So I don't know if it was net code or something like that or whatever. whatever it was. But yeah, it was full on. That was a really full on race. That was.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, this track can breed a couple of types of racing. Really, really boring where you're out on your own in front waiting for the last lap or so, or then something like that where it's just mayhem throughout. And can I say, you've got the racing suit for it. Got you on screen at the moment with the plaid pants to go with the clown livery, mate. It's pretty specky on there, mate. Hey?
Nah, she's pretty good, mate. Well, yeah, we are a bunch of clowns, but that was full on, mate. It was good. They were coming from everywhere, and you couldn't get a moment's, to catch your breath. Before you knew it, you had someone on the inside, someone on the outside. Should I hold off? Should I tuck in? If I hold off, 5 of them are going to go past me. Like, we caught up to some slower car coming up to the main straight, and I thought I'll go left, and then it seemed like half the field went past on the right. It was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. But I'm glad to see that I didn't end up taking out Giuseppe. Like I said, I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened there, to be honest, guys. I thought there was heaps of room, but there seemed to be contact along the line. So sorry if it was me, but yeah, it was on. We were doing pretty good, but anyways.
That's the way it goes sometimes, mate. In a race like that, it's a bit of a roll of the dice, to be honest with you. Crazy scenes, but mate, action-packed if nothing else. So thanks for joining us here tonight, mate. Anyone you want to give a shout-out to before we let you go?
I'll mate, you guys, as always. Alex and the boys, Martin, Doug, Greg, Justin, and and to all the racers out here, mate, because they're all pretty good, mate. They're all flying, and that was nuts. And I'm glad to give you guys some entertainment out of all that. I thought it was entertaining where I was, so I don't know what it was like on the big screen, but heck, it must have been something.
Hard to know where to look at times, but you're right. Big shout out to all the drivers, because without them we got nothing here on a Sunday night, and it's great to give them a platform to go out and put on a show like that, because that one was awesome. So thanks again, Vasco, mate. Look forward to talking to you in the coming weeks.
Thanks, guys. Hopefully next time we'll be up there a bit higher.
Awesome.
Enjoy.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you. Bye.
There you go, AJ Vasco Sorowski, one of the local chargers who was on for a good result. I don't know, I reckon there were about 10 people that were in for a top 5 out of that, who just kind of were there and then they weren't, and then it all just mixed up again, and it was just crazy stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know either that there was a single innocent driver in that whole race. I'm sure that everybody had a little grievance, a little bit of contact throughout that one. Just looking at the results for the other splits, Sammy Bridges taking out the second split, and a healthy 165 championship points as well for the second split win, and Jeremy Bush taking out the third split tonight.
Yeah, nice. Sammy Goodtime's getting a win in the second split. Good effort there. A lot of ANZ drivers usually in there as well. So looking forward to tabulating the results to see how that racks up. But that might do us, folks. That was a very enjoyable race to call. It's nothing like when you think, are we going to get an exciting one? Is it going to be line astern like some of the racing's been here this week? But that was anything but, and very enjoyable to call. Mr. AJ, anything you'd like to share with the folks where they can find you? Are you doing much this week?
Not in terms of streaming, but of course I'll always be there on the broadcast for Aussie Car on a Thursday night. So that's where you can find me. Hopefully we'll grab another win.
Beautiful. Awesome. Yeah, congrats on last week's win, mate. Check us out. All the news views, including the SNL updates and rundown of tonight's events across the splits on the Locked On iRacing podcast that comes out on a Wednesday night. So looking forward to that one. Check it out on iTunes, Spotify, and all the other podcasting platforms. Just go and check us out and have a listen to that one. And of course, join us in the Discord server. Everything Top Split is on your screen at the moment. The Discord server is where we do the broadcast interviews and everything from. It's also where we have all the latest up-to-date information, championship standings, and all the rest of it. Of course, the Top Split YouTube channel is where you find this and all the other back catalogue of Sunday Night Lights race replays. And each and every Sunday night, you'll find us here on the Top Split TV Twitch channel. But for now, folks, on behalf of my guest co-commentator, the doctor himself, Alex John, I've been Alex McKellar. Thank you for your support of the stream and for the racing here each and every week. It is very much appreciated. Until next week, I'll say ciao for now.